Hello everyone, today we're going to focus on obtaining temporary residency in Argentina through the investor category. At first glance, this category may seem simple to qualify for, but there are certain particularities to keep in mind to avoid surprises once the application process has begun. If we had to define who this category is intended for, we could say that it is designed for those who contribute their own assets to make an investment in a productive, commercial, or service-related activity that is of interest to the country with a specified capital amount. Now, let's clarify some key points from the legal definition. First, the money used for the investment must be legal and traceable. This means you will need to prove where the funds come from as part of your immigration application. Additionally, these funds must enter the country through a financial or banking institution authorized to operate by the Central Bank of Argentina. It's also important to understand that not every investment qualifies for this category, and this is crucial. The regulations clearly state that the investment must be of interest to the country. This naturally raises the question who decides what is or isn't in the country's interest. We will explore this in the next section as it's something that isn't always clear from the start. Since this involves an investment, you will need to include a detailed project plan with your residency application, essentially a business plan. Done this, a specific government department will review the project, analyze its feasibility, and determine whether it meets the criteria of being of interest to the country. If the project is approved, the decision will be communicated to the immigration authorities, which will then issue the corresponding resolution. It is important to understand that all the government departments involved in reviewing the application may request additional information about either the project or the source of the funds. Regarding the minimum investment amount, the current regulation states 1,500,000 pesos, which at the official exchange rate is about $1,425. However, this amount is outdated, and since no update figures have been published, there's no clear reference. The key point here is that the investment amount must align with the project you intend to develop, meaning it needs to be realistic. As we mentioned in previous episodes, in addition to the specific documents required for this category, which we covered today, you will also need to submit the general documentation required for all residency categories along with their respective requirements. If you'd like a reminder of which documents these are, we invite you to check out the episode where we discussed temporary residency in general. With that, we wrap up today's episode. If you need help with your residency application or advice on any other immigration matter in Argentina, feel free to contact us. Our contact details are in the video description. See you next time.